Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Quick show, get this conversation going, rolling here this Friday night in H-Town. Overseas, it's Saturday morning, New Zealand, other parts of the world. But you're watching here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. 30 plus years doing this. And we're going to keep pushing forward as long as we can. Who knows how long it's going to be. But tonight we're going to talk about your Rockets and their schedule for the month of February. 12 games in February, 2 slides, 6 games each. The poll question, of course, is how many games you see the Rockets winning in February. And the leader in the clubhouse early is 9-12. The category is 0-4. The options 0-4, 5-8, 9-12. 60% of the vote says 9-12. Let's take a look at them. First up, February 2nd at Indiana, 6 o'clock Central on Peacock, SCHN. Really, Justin? Well, let me bring this up here. Thank you for chiming in, my man. Glad to hear from you, of course, as always. The comment section under Rockets social media posts are getting spicy, showing clips of the guys practicing and no KD in sight, and still no introductory press conference. And like I said last week, I don't think it's going to be one. Obviously, more and more time has passed. We're now in the month for media day for this season. Will be on September 29th. I guess that'll be his first time talking to the media and talking to the fans officially is on media day near the end of the month of September. I'm not sure why he's handling things this way. Wasn't he on? I read, I think earlier today, KD made some comments on, who was it? Maybe Draymond Green's podcast, somebody like that, competing in the one-on-one. If there was a one-on-one competition during All-Star week, and he said he's up for that. I just, he's got time to do that. And again, he's got time to do that. He's a grown-ass man. But he could have had an intro press conference on Zoom or some social media platform and got it done and move on. And this is a question as well. Fans are wondering why KD isn't, I don't know what's going on. You know, we touched on it a little bit a few days ago. What if the Rockets don't meet his contract salary demand and he leaves next summer? Then what? What are y'all's thoughts on the Kevin Durant experiment if he's one and done as a Rocket? Some folks last week were like, so be it. Some folks be pissed off. Others were like, well, I mean, if he led the Rockets to a championship, great. If he didn't, then this was a total disaster. Hey, he's behaving as someone who has leverage. And I guess he has leverage. Future Hall of Famer. He wants what he wants in money. Not working out with the Rockets, his teammates. It's a strange look. I'm past the intro press conference debacle because that intro press conference was a way for him to say hi to the fans. Me and my colleagues, there are other teams for us to cover. We're not going to cry and mope. Oh, KD didn't want to talk to us. The hell we care. Well, most of us probably feel that way. There's probably some colleagues who were crushed, and I won't get into that discussion. That's another topic, another time, another place for that one. But Justin, let's just get into this. or we can see and discuss. Rockets in February at Indiana on the 2nd, home against the Celtics on the 4th, home against Charlotte on the 5th, at OKC on the 7th, and then back-to-back games in H-Town against the Clippers before the All-Star break. Derek, how you doing? Always good to hear from you. Bring up the Pistons, bad boys, always much appreciated. Appreciate you bringing that up, and that is true. The 2 of the 3 championships that Detroit won were over the Lakers. Correct. Very good. Thank you for that. It's always good to bring that up. He did that. I didn't. Here on the Let's Talk Houston Rockets. But these first 6 games of February, 4 of them are at home, 2 on the road. So, Derek, Justin, what say you these first 6 games you see for the Rockets in the month of February? How many wins right here? I could see probably 4-2. Either 4-2 or 5-1. I don't see 6-0. I say 4-2. 4-2 at minimum. But let me know in the comments. Justin said 3-3. I could see it. I don't see him losing to Indiana or Boston. I see him beating Charlotte. So that's 3 right there. And then they could split with the Clippers and then lose to OKC. I could see that kind of playing out. Justin, what are your 3 losses? Derek, you as well. What do you say these first 6 games here? This late night, Friday night edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Doing this on Friday because I'll be at the football game, the last battle for the Bayou Bucket for the foreseeable future, Saturday evening between the Cougs and Rice Owls. And then we're going to do Let's Rage Cougs Saturday night after the Cougs beat Rice. So doing the LTHR tonight. These first 6, Derek, what do you say? Let me check out the poll question, the live results. Let's see what we got here. No one's in the 0 to 4 category option. We got 9 to 12 at 67%. 5 to 8, the remaining 33%. Justin says that he thinks they'll lose to Boston because of how Boston shoots the 3, makes the 3s, volume 3-point shooting team. And I guess that Justin, that's a game at Houston, in town. So you think Boston will come in H-Town and win that game? All right, you could be right. No worries there. Next 6 games in February after the NBA All-Star break. First game at Charlotte on February 19th on Thursday. And then Saturday in the Garden against the Knicks, 7:30 on ABC. Then Monday, 23rd against Utah, home against Utah. That game is on SCHN and Peacock. And then on the 25th, home against Sacramento, 7 o'clock, SCHN. Thursday, so it's a back-to-back. February 26th at Orlando, 6:30, SCHN/Prime, the Prime Network. And then Saturday, May 28th, wrapping up the month, in Miami against the Heat, 2 o'clock, also SCHN and Prime. So Justin, out of these 6, says 5-1. So he's got them going 8-4. Rockets going 8-4 in the month of February in these 12 games. I could see that. Let's say I got what I had 4-2 the first 6. These 6. I see they lose to the Knicks in New York. That's 1. In Orlando. So that'll be my 2. So I could see them going 8-4 as well. So yeah, I can go 8-4. Derek has Rockets going 6-0. Derek, is that 6-0 the first 6 or the last 6? Derrick is high on the Rockets. He's been one of those who's got them winning like 70% of their games each month. So he's very high on the Rockets. And will this be an undefeated month? I don't believe the Rockets will have an undefeated month this season. It might come close with one loss or two in a month, but I don't see them going undefeated for an entire month. We shall see. We'll talk about it throughout the season on these Let's Talk Houston Rockets shows here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. But so Derek says 6-0 the first six. All right, give us your prediction for the Rockets in the last six of the month. So you got to win going 6-0 the first six, and that's beating OKC in OKC. Wow. Okay. I don't know about that. But of course, that game's on ABC. So the Rockets have a game on ABC against OKC, and then a game on ABC against the Knicks. Justin with the question, it makes you wonder, this has to be asked. I mean, why he's doing all this stuff, why he's being, I guess some Rocket fans feel, why he's being difficult. Is he holding out for a new contract, new terms, new salary demands that he's making, and not working out with his teammates? That seems to be the logic that he and his reps are trying to, I don't know, what do you want to say, have some leverage or utilize some leverage doing this way. James, how are you doing? James, appreciate you. James, are you concerned that Kevin Durant is not working out with his new Rockets teammates? Or have you wondered why, or what are the reasons you believe Kevin Durant is not working out with his new teammates? It's got to be a reason for it. I'm not sure why he's doing it, why he's acting this way. Makes me wonder. I'm not concerned, but it does make you wonder what's going on, what he's thinking, what his rationale is for not working out with his new team, his teammates, spending time on other folks' podcasts and not meeting media here in H-Town. September 29th, he'll be here, hopefully. Veterans can, I think, arrive as late as 11 o'clock in the morning. For that, media days start around noon, typically. You can watch it. I would assume watch most of that streamed on the Rockets website. Makes sense to have that on SCHN as well. Justin says this, KD's actions, he's kind of acting real James Harden-ish. That's not a good thing. Rocket fans who follow the team, follow them for a while, James Harden's exit was really crappy. And he handled himself, in my opinion, wasn't very professional. He burned it, the bridge. He burned it down, left ashes with how he behaved to force his way out of the franchise. But, Kevin Durant, he's doing this for a reason. KD's kind of, he's kind of acting like a diva. And you just have to wait for him to finally speak to the media face to face, in person, whatever that's going to be. And this is not for clickbait or anything of that sort, but I have been known in the past to ask a question and stir the pot and piss some folks off on college and pro level. So if I get to that point, I might do it. And if Kevin Durant doesn't like it, has it in for me from that point on, so be it. I mean, whatever. I mean, I have nothing personal against KD, none of that at all. But I might ask questions that some of my colleagues won't ask. That has been known in the past. But it's all good. James believes, think positive. James believes, says, once he is introduced, he will be gracious as he always is. KD will be fine. This is a whole new start for him. Edward, how are you doing? What do y'all think about it? What is a fair, in your opinion, salary offer for Kevin Durant for, I guess, a 2-year deal? What do you think is fair for him? And James, Kevin Durant, he is kind of sensitive. I mean, he spends too much time, or he has, responding to trolls sometimes on social media. Like, KD, just let that stuff go, man. I mean, he has done that in the past. Excuse me. MC, most definitely, I am ready for the Bayou Bucket. Love the avatar. Who's going to win tomorrow? Go to 2-0. Should be a lot of rushing the ball. A whole lot of running the ball in tomorrow's game. But Kevin Durant, I mean, like I said, Kevin Durant, he doesn't have a thick skin. And so, at times when a lot of folks think he should have a thicker skin when it comes to social media and comments from folks he'll never meet in life. And, but what do y'all think is a fair offer? Fair salary from the Rockets, from both sides. What do you think? I mean, KD wants a max. He ain't getting it. he shouldn't get it. No. So James says, all right. James says $50 million a year. So 2 years, $100 million. James, is that what you're saying? I'm okay with that. 2 years, $100 million. It'd be great for the franchise if he would accept less than that. I think I said last show, be a miracle if he took like a 3-year deal at 45 million per year. That would be great. But 2 years, 100 million total. Yeah. And I remember seeing this, heard about it a little bit about him accepting to kind of pay that will help the team. It's all part of the discussions, part of the negotiations, the back and forth. I mean, he's a future Hall of Famer. We all agree on that. He does not have to be working out with the team, his new teammates right now. He doesn't have to. He's not required to. It just makes fans wonder why he isn't. Hey, as long as he's here at the start of training camp and he's good to go and locked in, ready to help the Rockets win and really go for that championship this year, all the stuff he's done this offseason, fans would be like, that's okay. He's here now. Let's win a chip. Now, if this stuff lingers during the season, he becomes a distraction, which I don't think he will, but he becomes a distraction, then that could be an issue. And we'll deal with that and discuss it if and when that happens. All right, James, you commented on KD situation. What are your thoughts on how many games you think the Rockets will win in February out of the 12? MCU as well. And Edward, you also. What do y'all say? Yeah, 2 years, 100 million. Well, that's a lot of damn money. 2 years. 2 years, $100 million. Wow. I wish I were a lot taller. I wish I were a baller. would this be a failure on Stone if Durant is one and done? I think Ime would have to share some blame in this as well. Because I said, and I wasn't alone when I said it, months ago, that Ime was the one who really pushed for getting Kevin Durant. That was a lot of talk prior to the trade that Ime was pushing for this. And Rafael, I think I even said that Ime won the power play and Rafael kind of went along with it. How much Ime love and respect Jalen Green's game and all that kind of stuff. So I think if Kevin Durant is one and done, that's going to fall in Ime's lap too. The connections that they had in Brooklyn, bringing in DJ Augustine in the front office department, that kind of stuff, bringing in folks to make Kevin Durant happy. Well, if the future Hall of Famer leaves after just one season, that's a fail for the Rockets. And see, Justin bringing up the question, and this will be for a discussion on folks who watch this show after the fact, after we're doing it live, the on-demand version of the show. Does this say that he really isn't a leader? Because some folks who aren't Kevin Durant fans, some folks who follow basketball a long time have said and believe. I know some of my coaching colleagues don't believe that Kevin Durant is a leader, an effective leader. So, there's some folks they're not alone in that assessment, in that thought, in that belief that Kevin Durant is not a leader, not a true leader, not an effective leader, not a vocal leader, whatever you want to say. I think the majority of people disagree and do believe he's a leader, but it might be like 70-30, 60-40. So maybe 30 to 40% of people believe that he's not a real effective leader. We'll see. So MC says, believes the Rockets will win 9 to 12 games. So the minimum going 9-3 in February. James is very positive, Justin. James believes Kevin Durant won't be one and done. Just let him, he'll get here and he'll be fine. James is standing by his 2 years, $100 million offer for Kevin Durant for that contract extension. We'll see. But yeah, like I said, Rafael Rafael initially was the one. Y'all heard it. Played his comments on some of the shows weeks ago. Of course, this was Rafael saying it publicly, that he wanted to keep the core together and see how things go and see how things play out. Then their first round playoff flame out by Jalen Green, where he wasn't even an average player. And that's why he lost to the Warriors. And then Kevin Durant became a Rocket. So, Rockets get a Hall of Famer in return. But it would look bad. I don't believe that is the worst case scenario. So let me go and do it like this. We're doing schedule. That is the worst case scenario for Kevin Durant being one and done. I don't believe it's likely. It's more likely that he'll sign a contract extension at minimum a 2-year deal. But it's possible. Maybe 10% chance that he's one and done. Maybe. It's not a high, in my opinion, it's not a high percentage that he's out of here after 1 year. I don't believe that. But if it happens, yeah, it'd be a disaster from a PR perspective. Rockets still would be fine with their young core. It'd be a blow to the franchise if that were to happen. But they'd bounce back. Derek, I'm going to post your comment after this one. Justin says, all I know is the greats are always the first ones in the gym, while KD is nowhere to be found. Rockets have that brand new practice facility, and he isn't there. It's not a good look. We agree on that. It's not a good look. And a lot of folks believe this who are in the Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, maybe more Dylan Brooks camp, that if you're an aggregator, you're one of those snippers, whatever, clip people. Well, Kris said this. Provide the context. If the worst case scenario, and KD was one and done, yes, Jalen and Dylan would be laughing hysterically. I'm sure they would. Just be cracking up laughing. Y'all had a good thing, kind of. A good thing, a decent thing. And y'all went ahead and traded us. And now they'd be really laughing if by some chance Phoenix made the playoffs, which no one is predicting for this season. And wouldn't it be something? If the Suns and the Rockets squared off in the first round of the playoffs and Phoenix eliminated the Rockets in the first round of the playoffs? That would be a disaster for the Rockets and a complete failure. That's not going to happen. The Suns are making the playoffs. First things first. But man, oh man, that would be the worst case scenario from a franchise perspective. Man, that would be something. So, but yeah, that's the worst case scenario. I don't see that happening at all. At all. But Deverick says this. Look, the national media pushed out the narrative of expectations on the team. Well, you got a Hall of Famer. you traded for a Hall of Famer. So the expectations are higher for the Rockets this 2025-26 season. J-Mon over here, he says it's championship or bust. As long as Kevin Durant is a Rocket, it's championship or bust. That's what J-Mon said last show. Championship or bust, as long as KD is a Rocket. So that starts with this season. But I agree with James. Yeah, Rockets aren't losing to the Suns in the playoffs. Suns are making the playoffs. It would blow me away if the Suns made the playoffs. Justin says he's keeping it a buck. The KD trade was a no-brainer. But Justin says personally, he never liked his mentality. He joined a stacked Warriors team that beat him the year before in OKC. A lot of folks have not forgotten that. And many of those same folks really haven't forgiven him for that either, for doing that. And that's really where the KD isn't a real leader began. Really hit its stride when he joined the Warriors. Justin put up and commented, there were a lot of hoopers. This man joined a team that eliminated him from the playoffs. He gonna do that? Oh, so yeah, we remember those comments from some folks. Yep. All right, looking at the poll, how many games will the Rockets win in February? It's kind of evening out now. 5-8 is at 45%. 9-12 is at 55%. So it's kind of leveling off right there. Still have a few more minutes to give your thoughts on how many games you think the Rockets will win in February. Justin adds, then when KD is counted on to be the leader of the team, he doesn't win. The Warriors win. KD joined with Steph's team. 100. 100. Tony, Tony, how you doing, Tony? KD doesn't even brush his hair while Jalen Green's picking out his nail polish. FOH. Oh, Tony, how do you really feel, man? Thank you for joining the discussion here. Tonight's Let's Talk Houston Rockets. The initial theme was how many games will the Rockets win in February? We have now gone toward more of talking about Kevin Durant. Tony, your thoughts on KD not working out with his new Rockets teammates here in town with at the Rockets practice facility? Does that bother you? Does it piss you off? You're just like, or you're like, it's no big deal. What do you think? Or do you think it's a bad look, or it's KD being KD and that's just how he is? Oh yeah, I got it. I know what Tony meant. Basically, Tony said the man doesn't even brush his hair, and you expect him to lead a team? Well, for Rocket fans, for you guys, how many of you expect him or believe Kevin Durant to be the team leader? Or you just expect him to be the closer at the end of games, to be that option, that go-to option at the end of games? Because, that could be two different players. Fred could be the team leader, and KD can be the closer. Could be two different guys. Are y'all okay with that? Is that what y'all expected anyway when this trade happened? Were there many of you? I don't believe there were too many of y'all who really expressed that y'all thought bringing in KD, he'd be the team leader. That's not really who he is. He leads by example. He leads by how hard he works in practice, how fast he goes, a lot of game simulations in practice, but he's never really been a vocal leader, like a locker room guy. That's not really who he is. Tony thinks Fred is the leader. Justin says right now he isn't showing leadership. Maybe just a closer. Maybe that's what he is. So perhaps those Rocket fans who, I guess, are concerned that KD isn't here working out with the team, maybe many of them believe that he is a leader, is a team leader, and it's a bad look. While other Rocket fans are like, KD ain't a leader. KD's job is to score and close out games down the stretch. That's his job. That's his role. He's a very well paid closer. That's it. He's not a leader. I mean, I think I'm leaning more toward that. But if that works out for the Rockets and results in a championship, will we care? Will y'all care? If he's just a closer and not a team leader, who the hell cares? Justin says Fred is definitely the leader. He was over there in Turkey practicing with Şengün, getting him right. Tony states Fred and Udoka are the leaders. Don't need a lot of chiefs. KD is a baller. Just ball. I think probably the majority of Rocket fans are good with that. KD, just ball. I already have leaders. June, how are you doing? Oh, June with a comment here. Let me read this here. In reality, June does not expect them to win more than 45 this year. With Durant 37 years old and injury prone the last two seasons, might miss a lot of games this season due to injury and rest. You and I are going to disagree on the win total, but the rest of it, I mean, your logic is sound. KD he will miss games this season because of rest. He's not. I doubt he plays most of the back-to-back. What is it? 14 back-to-backs for the Rockets. I doubt he plays all 14 of those. Hell, he might even not play 10 of those. And of course, his age, he might miss some games due to injury. I'll say this. I am not expecting him to play in 65 games during the regular season. I think it'll be less than that. Hopefully 60, but definitely not 65. Different kind of players. Remember, I mean, some still do debate this. Who's better, LeBron or KD? And there were some years ago when Kevin Durant became a better player defensively in the playoffs. He got locked. He locked in, focused playing defense. Because during the regular season, there are a lot of times KD was just like, I'm just going to score. This is my job. I'm going to put the ball in the hole. But come playoff time, he was more locked in defensively. Not just help side, one-on-one defense. Tony states this. KD can be on the Kawhi Leonard program all year, miss games until the playoffs. Jalen Green, we all saw it. Flamed out in the playoffs in the first round. Flamed out, completely flamed out in the playoffs, except for one game. So if KD misses 20 games in the regular season, but steps up and plays all the games in the playoffs and helps the Rockets win the championship, I'm pretty sure most Rocket fans will take that result. There's probably still going to be a handful of folks during the regular season. Man, Kevin Durant, he only played 55 games in the regular season. Why do we get him again? Why? What's the point? But the Rockets win the championship. Rather than, I'm pretty sure many of y'all would be good with Kevin Durant playing 55 games in the regular season, but helping the Rockets win a championship, as opposed to playing all 82 of the regular season, or 75, 80, whatever you want to say, and the Rockets lose in the second round. So Rockets have a lot of quality depth. So KD not playing 15, 18, 20 games in the regular season just to help ensure he's good for the playoffs. Rockets should be okay with that. Should be good with that. Rockets should be good enough to go 500 in games Kevin Durant doesn't play. Should be. Now, not if it's paired with injury to Amen Thompson and Fred and Al P, all that together, then that's going to be a little more challenging. But yeah, I choose to believe KD is not going to be like James Harden in James's final year and change on his way out in H-Town with the Rockets. I believe Kevin's going to be that bad. We'll find out. We'll have another Let's Talk Houston Rockets show next week, next Saturday, because the Cougs play next Friday, hosting Coach Prime in Colorado on the 12th. So Saturday's open. Do Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Talk about games in March. We'll see if KD's in town by then. Getting closer and closer to media day for the Rockets. And this is a great point. With KD out in those games that he rests, injured, whatever you want to call it, Jabari can step up in those minutes. Tari can step up in those minutes. Pick a Rocket. Amin, his role might change with Kevin Durant not playing. Alpi might, who knows? Different guys can step up with Kevin Durant resting or being injured, whatever. But it's not gloom and doom. Justin, you're just presenting the worst case scenario regarding KD. Rocket fans have experienced it. Rocket fans saw a hero turn heel, James Harden. Hell, years ago, Dream did the same thing too. He felt unappreciated and Dream went to the Raptors. But those guys built up so much equity with the Rockets franchise. KD has not done that. But like I said, Solo, we're talking about it. Solo, as you wrap it up, are you concerned that KD is not practicing, working out with the Rockets and his new teammates here in town? If you are concerned, how concerned are you? Or if it's no big deal to you, as long as he's here come training camp, fine. Or are you concerned? Do you feel like it's a bad sign? Is it a sign of bad things to come for the season that he's not working out with his new teammates? So Tony says this, bringing up another sore spot for Rocket fans. We watched Chris Paul's hamstring let our championship slip away too. But Solo, what do you say as you wind down this show, tonight's show, Let's Talk Houston Rockets? Reminder, as we are getting closer to training camp, real games for the Rockets, scan that QR code you see on the screen. It's been on the screen the whole show, because I will provide content in the members only section pertaining to the Rockets, pertaining to the Cougs, pertaining to the Big 12, pertaining to the NBA as the months and the season progresses. But all right, what's this comment here? Falling apart since 1990. Welcome to the show. He has something to say. After the Warriors, every team Durant went to, the hype was crazy. And yet it's all hype, because so far no championship to show. You're not alone in your belief. You aren't. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for putting it out there. Sorry, but I don't believe in KD. Not until he makes it to the finals, at least. Hey, like I said, you're not alone. There are other members of the Let's Talk Houston Rockets family who say it's championship or bust for the Rockets with KD starting this year. Solo states, I can only hope that KD will be here soon with the guys practicing. Tony with a great line. As long as KD is not at the strip club eating chicken wings and getting fat, he's cool with me. Let me do this. Let me see. Give y'all. I haven't done this in a while. Well, on this platform, I'm sure I've done it yet. But let me do this one time. So, first time I think I played that sound clip here, sound bite on the show. But everyone, appreciate you. Thank you for taking time out of your Friday night, going against football NFL game. Chiefs, Chargers, appreciate you. Wow, we had one person chime in with the Rockets win total for February, 12 games. One person, 6% vote, 0-4 out of 12 games in February. The leading result is in the 9-12 option at, was it 53%? So 41% say in the 5-8 range, 53% in the 9-12 range. So that will do it. Try to get close and close to the 45-minute mark for the show, especially in the off season. Reminder: the next Let's Talk Houston Rockets show should be next Saturday, September 13th, and we'll see. We're discussing the same thing about KD not being here yet, but we'll also look at the games in March for the Rockets, and we'll keep doing it as we inch closer and closer to media day, training camp, preseason, and then the start of games. Well, that's a new one. Tony, thank you for doing this, because this is the first. I want to say that is the first super chat on this platform, on this show for sure, because I think I had a colleague do it on the takeover on Thursday. But thank you for that, Tony. Appreciate you for all your support. Roddy Cougs, yes, I will be at the game tomorrow. My hope is to be there between 4 and 4:30. Walk around the stadium, see what's what. Rice is going to have a band performing on the east side of the stadium, I think. Started at like 4:30. I'm just going to walk around, see who shows up, see how much Cougar Red is in the building, and see what shirt I'm wearing. Obviously, y'all know who I'm rooting for, who's going to win tomorrow, Saturday. But that'll do it, everybody. Thank you as always. Roddy Cougs, look for me at the stadium tomorrow. I did not see this. Shingun playing Joker. How about that? Salute. Falling apart. Thank you for this. Appreciate this comment. This show is different. It's different. I mean, y'all know I cover the Rockets. I'm not a Rocket fan. You guys are the Rocket fans. But I'm here for the discussion, for the conversation, for the questions, the comments. Get the flow going, the respect going. As long as we maintain respect, have fun doing these shows, that's what it's all about. So wrapping it up, click on the bell so you can be notified when new shows are posted, new Let's Talk Houston Rockets shows. We'll have a Cougs show tomorrow after the Cougs beat Rice. But become a subscriber if you're not already. Spread the word about these shows. And remember this, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.